All right. Hi, everyone. Welcome back to class. Um, okay, so let's begin. Today's class is going to be based mainly in reading and writing. We're also going to talk about a grammar aspect, and importantly, we'll be using a type of technology, a website, to help us develop some of our ideas. But before we begin, let's just do a brief overview of where we are, okay? So in our B1 level adult reading class, we have been reading about Harry Potter, right? And what I want to do now is review the first 4 chapters that we have read already. And today, really, our focus will be to use the context information we have already gathered from our readings to make predictions about future outcomes. And don't worry, this may sound like a lot, but what we will do is we will break it into parts, and little by little, step by step, we'll be able to put this into a bigger writing component. We're also going to briefly talk about the passive voice and how to construct that. But first, let's talk about our alternative version of Harry Potter's story. So we know, because we have already discussed the first chapters of the book, and what we now need is to make creative assumptions based upon that knowledge that we have already from the first 4 chapters about what Harry could do. Now, obviously we chose this book in part because it is so popular. We all discussed this beforehand, but everyone is already familiar with the Harry Potter stories to one degree or another, which is good. So this will help our mind already to have a sort of, at least a rough idea of where the storyline goes. And so this should help us be able to connect the dots if we only understand 80 to 90% of the vocabulary as we're reading. But today, what I want to do is be creative. I want to create a different, I want to create an alternative story to Harry Potter's. So what I've done, if you'll look around the class, there are 6 workstations, and in each workstation, at the top of this big piece of paper you'll see above the computers, above the desks, there is one sentence, right? And each sentence is going to be similar to the sentence we see here on the board that I have already written. So here we have, Harry suddenly woke up to find himself in a dark forest. Okay, we are assuming we are in the beginning of chapter 5, and we are creating an alternative storyline. So, first, do we understand all of these words? Of course, we know who Harry is. Suddenly, okay. To wake up is a simple verb, we should understand that. To find himself in a dark forest. Forest, I think we know as well. So these words are relatively simple, but what I want us to do today is to use a technology, and it is the following website, to help us expand upon our adverb and adjective knowledge. Okay? And so what I will do is I will give you all 5 minutes at each station. But what I want you to do now is to go to the computers, and I want you to go to this website, and I want you to select a few different words from this sentence I have already written. And what you will see on this website is it will give us a type of map. It's sort of like a star, right, with different words that are coming out of the original word we enter into the search bar. So, I actually have the website here on my computer. If I can pull it up, I should be able to show you all an example. All right, and what we'll do is we'll choose one word. For now, let's go ahead and choose the word dark. Okay, I think we know this word. It's the opposite of light, right? Light's like from the ceiling. Well, when we put the word dark into the search bar in VisuWords, we're going to see a lot of different related words shoot off from that original word. So hopefully we can see this in the computer. I'll record the screen later for you all, or I'll project it. But here we can see we have dark, and if you'll look on the top corner, again I'll project this later so it's more visible, you'll see that we have nouns, verbs, adjectives, and adverbs listed in different colors, okay? So, what I want you to do is try to find a noun, verb, an adjective, or an adverb related to this, okay? This is only a suggestion. If you prefer a different word in this sentence or a different word entirely, you can. You can choose any of these. I simply want us to take, within the 5 minutes we will have at each station, I want us to continue this sentence, brainstorming ideas to continue the sentence, and I want us to use our technology to help us expand upon relatable nouns, verbs, adjectives, or adverbs. All right? So, I think we understand now. Again, just to review briefly, we've read the first 4 chapters. We are now creatively creating an alternative 5th chapter. At each station of the 6, you'll find something similar to this opening sentence. What I want you to do is complete the sentence, brainstorming many alternative possibilities in each case, and I want you to use the website visuwords.com to expound upon your knowledge of nouns, verbs, adjectives, and adverbs, especially looking for the adjectives and adverbs if possible. Okay? Thanks a lot, guys.